This is the second example of conversion of isometric view into orthographic view. So in this example, you can see the structure is little bit different, but the concept of conversion of isometric to orthographic is same. So in this view also, you can see that this is the arrowhead. So the observer will look from this direction. So we will get the front view when we will look from this direction. When we will get the top view when we will look from this direction, and we will get left hand side view if you look from this direction, and we will get right hand side view if we look from this direction. So in this problem, we will draw the front view, top view, and either left hand side view or right hand side view. Now as if we draw left hand side view, we will be able to see this feature. So we will draw left hand side view instead of a right hand side view. So if we draw left hand side view, the left hand side view will come in the right profile plane. So if at this position we will get the front view, then below the reference line we will get top view, and in the right profile plane we will get the left hand side view. So we are placing this object at this corner. So similar to our previous problem, in this problem also, at first we will draw the reference line, then we will draw the front view and top view. So first step is we will draw a reference line, then we will draw front view or top view. Now before drawing the front view, we can see that most of the true shapes of the features can be seen when we are looking from the top. So if we mark, then we can see that when we are looking from the front, the true shape that can be seen is this part and this part. These are the two parts that can be seen, and means where we can see the true shapes. Now when we will look from the top, we can see that this one will be the true shape, this one is that will be the true shape, these features will be will you we can see the true shape of the feature in the front, in the top view. Okay, this feature can also be seen in the top view. Okay, so at first we will draw the top view first, then we will project, then we will draw the front view. Okay, so at first we will draw the top view. So here the total dimensions, if we check, the total length is given as 75 mm, width is given as 56 mm, and the total height is given as, sorry, total width is given as, maximum width is given as, it is from this point it is 100 mm plus from this point to this point, so 100 mm plus from this point, from this center point to this point, this distance is 30, so 130. So total in this direction the total length is 130, this width is 75, and this total height is 63. Okay, so at first we will draw the top view. So when we will draw the top view, this surface this surface dimension is, the total width is 75 and here the length is 56. So we will draw a rectangle whose dimension will be 75 by 56. Okay, so we have taken all the necessary tools for the drawing. Okay, so now so first is the top view. So at first we will draw the top view. So this width is 56 and this one is 75. So we'll take a scale. So the first is 56. 56. So first one is 56. So this one is 56 and the height is, sorry, not height, and the width is 75. Width is given as 75. Okay, so the length is 75. So we can do one thing. We can take this surface little bit higher, this reference line, so that we can lift this surface little bit. Okay, so this is 75 mm. Similarly, we will draw this a same line in this side also. So we will draw a same line in this side also, and we will draw a same line in this side. Okay, so we have a rectangle of dimension 56 by 75. Okay, so the next step is, now this we can see in the top view the true shape of this circle also, and the true shape of this portion, and the true shape of this part. This is also can be seen. So what we'll do, so at first we will find out the midpoint, the center point. At first we will find out the center point, and then we will find out the center point of the circle. So at first we will find out the center. So the total dimension is 75. So 75 by 2. So it will be 38.5. sorry, it will be 37.5. So it will be 37.5. So it will be 37.5. So it is 35, 36, 37. 37.5. So somewhere here. Okay, so this is the center line. You can extend the center line a little bit. Okay, so now the next part. Now we have to find out this distance, the center of the two circles. So the center of the two circles are, one is at a distance of 100 mm. Now both the centers are same for the circles. So both the centers are at a distance of 100 mm from this edge. So we will measure and we will mark the 100 mm dimension from this point, from this edge. We will measure the 100 mm distance. So it will be at this point. The 100 mm distance is at this point. At this point it is a 100. Sorry, at this point. Okay. Okay. So this one will be the center point. So now we will draw the circles. So to draw the circles we will be needed a compass. Now the dimensions are, one circle is diameter is 60, another circle diameter is 20, another circle diameter is 50. So the radius for the larger circle is 30 and the lower circle and the smaller circle is 25. So we will measure, so it is 25, the smaller one is 25. So we will take those point as a center point and we will draw the circle. Okay. Next one is at a distance of 3, and sorry, next one diameter is 60, so radius is 30. Okay, so now the radius is 30. Now we will draw it. So this is 60 mm diameter circle. Okay, so both the circles have already been drawn. Now the next step, this portion, the in this the true shape of this portion can also be seen. So we will draw this true portion also. So from this center up to this edge it is 36 mm. So from this center point, so at first let me draw the center. Okay, so from this center it is at a distance of 36 mm. From this center it is at a distance of 36 mm. Okay, so at a distance of 36 mm we will get this edge. So we will get this edge. So at this point, okay, and the width of this line of this slant edge is the width is 12 mm. Okay, so the width is 12 mm. So okay, so there will be one point at this position. There will be another point at this position. Okay, okay. So now we can draw it. We can connect these 2 points. We can connect these 2 points. Okay, and similarly we can connect these 2 points also. Okay, we can connect these two. Okay, so these are the portions that can be seen from the top view. From the top view. Achha, another two portions like these square slots. These two square slots can also be seen. Now what are the positions of these two square slots? What are the positions of these two square slots? So both the square slots are at a distance of 45 mm. Okay, that means from this line the square slots, the center point of the square slots are at a distance of 45 mm. So so its midpoint will be at 22.5. So it is 22.5. Okay, 22.5. So and another one is 45 here. Okay, now now I will draw the center line. I will draw the center line. I am using green color as a center line for the center line. Okay. So now, what is the position in this side? It is at a distance 28 mm from this edge. So at a distance of 28 mm from this edge, from this edge at a distance of 28 mm. So the point will be 28. So 25, 6, 7, 8 at this point. Okay. So it is 28 mm. So now, so this is our center point. Okay. Acha. Now, now we will draw the square slots. Dimension of the square slot is 12 mm. Okay. So the dimension of the square slot is 12 mm. Or both the sides are 12 mm in dimension. So if we draw it, then so this one is 1 point. There will be another point. Similarly, the top. Okay. So these are the 4 points. Now we can draw. We can find out the other points also. Now we can find out the other points also. Okay. Similarly, in this side also we can find out this point. Okay, so acha, uh, now we do one thing. At first, we are drawing the vertical, as we have to draw the side view. So we have drawn the another reference line. Now, okay. So similarly, we can draw another point that will pass through this point. Okay. Next, so here also we have to indicate the 6 and 6 mm. Okay. Now we can draw these lines. Okay. So now we will draw these vertical lines. Next, we can draw this vertical line also. Okay, so we have the two slots, two square slots. We have now we can erase these portions. We can erase these extra portions. Okay, now so in the top view Acha. Another portion is left, but that this slot we have to show, but we will do that later. And this land portion is also we will do it later, as the true shape of this lands can be seen in the front view only. So we will not we will show that part first in the front view, then we will project that part in the top view. So now when we are looking from this side, we will get the front view. So at first we can project all these points into the front view. We can project all these points. Okay, so now we can do one thing. We can project all these points into the vertical plane. Okay, so we have projected all the points. Now, now we can draw this part, this portion. So if we draw this portion, the total height is 60. It is 63. The total height of the drawing is 63. So let's check 63. So okay, fine. So we can start from this point 63. So so 63 means 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this point to this point. Okay. Achha. Now we will do this portion. Here it is 12 mm and this part is 12 mm. Okay. So at a distance of 12 mm and this height is 5 mm. So at a distance of 12 mm. So from this portion at a distance of 12 mm, okay, so at a distance of 12 mm, so it will be around at this point, and from this point it will also be at a distance of 12 mm. So it will be at this position. Okay, and the height will be 5 mm. The height will be 5 mm. So the height will come at about this point. Okay, so now we can draw it. So what we'll do, we will connect these 2 points. We'll connect these 2 points. Okay, and now we can connect this point with this point. Okay, and we can erase this part. Clear? Okay. Acha, next portion is this one. This is 15 at a distance of 15 mm. So from the base it is at a distance of 15 mm. So it will be at a distance of 15 mm. So this is 10 and 5. So from this point, okay. So this one is at a distance of 15 mm. Next part is this slant portion. Okay. Now this slant portion height is 63 mm from the base. Okay. So I've already marked that portion over here. This is the slant portion. Okay. I've already marked that. So this portion, this edge is this part. So this is already projected. So that means to make this slant edge, we have to connect this edge and this edge. So to make the slant edge, we have to connect this edge with this one. Okay, fine. So now the depth of this circular hole is 25 mm. That means from this point we can measure up to 25 mm. So from this point we can measure up to 25 mm. So it will be like this, up to 25. So now this lower point will be connected to the lower point of this base. So this lower point will be connected to the lower point. This lower point will be connected to the lower point of this base. Okay. Fine. The next portion is, now the next part is acha, sorry, there is one mistake. The mistake is, this is the end of the circle. This is the end of the circle. So this point will be on this edge. On this projection line, we will get this point. So we will get the point on this projection line. On this projection line, we will get the point. Here we will get this point. Okay. So this is wrong. This point is wrong. Okay. Now the next part is, now we will connect the end point with, now we will connect the end point with this point. Okay. So now then we will connect these 2 points, connect these 2 points, so we will get this circles. Okay. Now now another thing is, we can extend this, we can extend this axis. So we can extend this axis, and we can draw the axis over here. Okay, so this is our axis. This is the vertical axis. So now this is z axis, this is x and y. Now we do one thing. Now we will make the uh, all the outlines thick lines, so that the picture will be clearer to us. So we are making the outlines in the top view first. Okay. So next is okay. Another thing is, here we can project this portion. So we can connect this part with this edge. We can connect this part with this edge. Okay. Now, so this portion will be thick line. This portion will also be thick line. This portion will be a thick line. Okay. So next is, okay, next coming to here in the front view. So this part will be a thick line, this part will be a thick line, this one will be a thick line, then this portion. Okay, okay. Acha, here will be another edge, this point. Okay, acha, now the circles. Okay, next. So these portions are completed. Now we have to draw the hidden portions. So here the hidden lines are this circle cannot be seen in the front view. So this circle will be a hidden line. So this edge, this both these edge will be hidden line. Okay. Similarly here also this square slots or square holes cannot be seen. So this portion will also be the hidden line. Okay. Okay. So all all are completed. Now we will project all these points into the right profile plane to have the left hand side view. Now we will project all these points into the right profile plane to draw the left hand side view. Okay, so now we will project these circles also. Now with the help of a 45-degree set square, we can project all these points from the top view to the um, right profile plane. So at first I have to set this 45-degree set. I have to set the set square to 45-degree angle. Okay. So now with the help of this set square, we will draw. Okay, one thing I forgot to project this outer edge. Okay. Now with the help of this set square, we can project each of the lines. So with the help of the set square, we can project each of the lines into RPP. Now we will draw the vertical lines. Now we will draw these vertical lines from each of the points. Okay. The next step is, now look at this figure. Look at the figure. So when we are looking from this side, how the object will look like? When we are looking from this side, we can see this portion, we can see this portion only. Rest of the portions cannot be seen. So this portion we have we cannot see this portion neither in front view or top view. So this portion is this one that we have seen in the top view, the edge that can be seen in the top view. So this edge, so this portion, this total portion can be seen in the side view. Now if we look at the side view, so from this point to this point, right, up to this height, that can be seen. So if we make it dark or if we make it thick, that means from this point to this point, from this point to the last point, and this one. So this rectangle can be seen at the base, this rectangle can be seen. Okay, now what are the other portions can be seen? Achha, this circle part can be seen. That means this portion of the circle, this portion, this edge of the circle can be seen. So this edge from this point to this point, this edge can be seen. Similarly, this edge can also be seen. Top of the surface, the edge of the top of the surface can be seen. Okay, next, what are the other portions can be seen? I forgot to project one portion, that is this part. I have not shown over here, so I should have to project this portion also. the vertical lines. Point, we will draw the vertical lines. Similarly, from this point also draw the vertical lines. Okay, now this slant edge can be seen in the side view. So, from this point to this point, this portion can be seen. This portion can be seen. Okay. The next is this edge of the circle can be seen. Similarly, from this point up to this edge of the circle can be seen. Okay. These are the only portions that can be seen in the side view. Now, rest of the portions that cannot be seen will be drawn with the help of hidden line. Another portion that I missed, that this internal hole is not projected, so we should project this internal hole also. Okay. Okay, so the internal circle cannot be seen in the side view. So when we will look at the object from the left hand side, we cannot see this portion, and this portion will be shown with the help of hidden lines. So this portion will be shown with the help of hidden lines. Okay, so this portion cannot be seen and it will be shown with the help of a hidden line. The next part is these slots, these square slots cannot be seen, so we have to show these square slots with the help of hidden line. So this is the line of the projection for the square slots, so that means this one and this one. Both these lines will be this one and this one. Both these lines will be hidden line, and here also this line and this one, this line will be hidden line. Okay, so if we make these lines hidden line, Similarly, in this part also, this one and this one. Okay, so these are will be drawn with the help of hidden line. Achha, another line is this one. This portion cannot be seen in the side view. So this portion will also be drawn with the help of hidden line. Okay, so this is the front view, top view, and side view. Okay, another portion is left. That is, we have to show these slots on the top view also. So we have to show the slots. So we have to project the slots on top view, and we will show this line with the help of hidden line. Okay, now how the chain lines can be shown? Chain lines are shown with the help of, sorry, the center lines are shown with the help of a chain line. Okay, the center lines can be shown with the help of a chain line. Similarly here also. Okay, so this is the chain line. Now we have to show the chain line over here also, or yeah, we should show the chain line over here also. So we can do one thing. We can erase this line, or we can draw the chain line. So this is a chain line. Here also this one is the chain line. So okay, so this is the total uh, this is the top view, front view and side view of this object. Now the last part is, now we have to put the dimensions. Now to put the dimension, we have to look at that when we are looking from this side, what are the dimensions we can see. So when we are looking from this side, we can see, when we are looking from this side, we can see these dimensions. So when we will look from the front side, that means in the front view we will show these dimensions. We will show this dimension. uh, we can show this dimension also. Okay, even we can show this dimension. So all these three dimensions can be seen, can be shown in the front view. So we will show all these dimensions in the front view. So this total length is given as 56. So the total length is given as 56. That means from this point to this point, from this point to this point, from here to here, total length is given as 56. Total length is given as 56. Okay, the total length is given as 56. The next is this one is 12, this one is 12. Okay, fine. So from this one is 12, this one is also 12. Okay, so this, as the space is small, so we will write the letters in between. So this one is 12, this one is 12. Okay, so it is completed. Next portion is 12 and 12. Okay, this vertical, the total height is 15 and this height is 5. So this height is 15 and this height is 5. Okay, so this one is 15 and this one is 5. Next is next dimension given is the total height is 63 and total height is 63 and this depth is given as 25. So this total height is 63 and this depth is 25. So total height is 63. Total height is 63. And this height is given as, okay, we will show this height in the side view. So this is 63 okay, this total height is 63. Next, so all the dimensions for this front view is over. Now we will put the dimension in the top view. So in the top view we have to put these dimensions. So these dimensions like this one is 12. The distance between these two square holes is 45, so we have to give these dimensions. So first we are putting the dimension as from this point to this point. This one is 12. From this point to this point, it is 45 and total is 75 and the total dimension is 75. one is 12, this one is 45, and this one is 75. Okay, next dimension is from the center point to this edge, it is 100. The position of the square holes from this edge is 28, and from the center point to this edge is 36. So from this point to this point, then from this point to this edge, sorry, from this point to this center, and from this point to this center. Okay, so okay, now this distance, this one, and this one. So this one is 100, this one is 28, and this one is 36. Okay, we also have to put the dimension of the square holes. So the dimension of the square hole is, as there are two square holes are there, and the dimension of the squares is 12 mm. So we can write it with the help of a leader line. With the help of a leader line, with the help of a leader line, we can write it that there are two holes, two holes, and the holes are square shaped, and its sides are 12 mm. Okay. Next, is there any other dimensions left? Yes, the circle. As in the top view, we can see the true shape of the circles. So we will show the dimension of the circle on the top view. So to show the dimension of the circle in the top view, we will take help of a, we can show the dimension of the circle with the help of the dimension line. can show the dimension. Okay, so we can write the dimension over here. It is 60 so it will be 560, and this one is 50 so it will be 550. Okay, next, is there any dimension left? All these dimensions been completed. Okay, so there is no dimension, only one dimension is left, that is this 25 depth. This 25 depth is not shown, so we can show it in this side view. So we can show the 25 depth in the side view. So here we can show the dimension. This one is 25 height of the circular holes. So this is the figure, or this is a conversion of the isometric view to the orthographic view. Okay, so this is the total conversion of the isometric view into the orthographic view. So in this way, with in this way we can solve the problems on on conversion of isometric view into the orthographic view. Okay, so thank you.